Tirupapaliyur, okay, where Swami Ramdas Guruji got the opportunity to travel in train, and in that train, when Sadhuram made a kind to Swami Ramdas, and both of them are traveling to Tirupapaliyur. In that, what are the incident happened that we all discussed in yesterday's session, okay. So now today's satsang we will discuss about the chapter from the book of Gita Sandesh. Okay, Gita Sandesh, chapter 6, discipline of yoga. Discipline of yoga. What is the discipline of yoga? Okay, my question is, what is yoga? What is meant by yoga? What is the purpose of doing yoga? What is types of yoga? As I already discussed in previous time, okay. There are some tamasic, sattvic, and another type of yoga, karma yoga. There are so many types of yoga is there, okay. What is the use of doing yoga? What is the purpose of doing yoga? What is the purpose of doing yoga? No, it's make it strong. After you some why are you doing yoga? No, it's a routine practice of daily morning exercise. So these are the answers are may come. And these are the answers will come, okay. One thing. So let's see what it discussed in detail. Chapter 6, Discipline of Yoga. Discipline of Yoga. In the foregoing chapters, Lord Sri Krishna points out the cause of man's bondage and how the ignorance which is responsible for his bondage. Ignorance. Okay. So ignorance means ignore. All the things are ignored. So if you ignore means what you can get? What you can get? What you can get if you ignore, okay. If you ignore what you can get? Nothing. So if you like means if you like means what? If you like means all the good things will come to you. If you ignore all the things means, what is the result? What is the result? So there is no result in that. So ignorance is a bondage of human beings, okay? So you must all love all the things, okay? That's why even Buddha Sai Baba says, Buddha Baba Guruji says, okay, love her. Love is the only source of getting good things in life. So love her, love all. So even Buddha Sai Baba Guruji also said, okay. So Sri Krishna points out the cause of man bondage and how the ignorance which is responsible for his bondage. Okay, so that in life don't ignore anything, okay? Even food also, whatever even small kids you saw, no? Mommy, I don't want. Then parents will affectionately give to that kids, okay? Eat kana, eat, this is very good for health. So there are many eatable items are there, many fresh and harmful eatable items are there, like vegetables is very good. Then fresh vegetables, okay, without boil and roasting. What is the difference between eating fresh vegetables and boiled and roasted vegetables? The difference is only a thing, okay. If you boil and roasted meat, you can get the taste of eating, like salt, pepper, okay. Without salt and pepper meat, roasted or boiled meat, that's a very essential food of food of life. Okay, so let's see anything. So, okay. Which is responsible for this bondage and can be removed by the realizing the omnipresence. Realize, okay? Realize the omnipresence. Blissful and ever free Atman. Atman means Atman means simplest, okay? Atman, a gift. Well, in previous thing we discussed, Atman. Yes, one thing. Atman means a soul, okay? Which means blissful memories, blissful eternal peace of joy. Atman, okay? Stillness, okay? As a preparation for the attainment of this immortal state, he repeatedly asserts that aspirant by means of the destruction of desire and the consequent attachment, so object of sense. So object should lose his individual body idea and then get observed in all prevailing spirit of God. Once again I will read, okay? As a preparation for the attainment of this immortal state, he repeatedly asserts that aspirant by means of the destruction of the desire and the consequent attachment to the object of sense should lose his individual body idea and then get observed in the all prevailing spirit of God. One example I want to explain, okay, this sentence. For example, what can I give? If you through God form, many good things are happen to human beings. Okay, so if you did mistake, then we realize, already I said no. If you already I said in previous satsang, helping through God form, okay, through God, that the tamasic guna, that I already said no. If you go to the beach, seashore, you can. Somebody says don't go, but you can't bother that and do it. You simply go with your confidence level and said, hey, no, nothing will happen. So after anything happened to that person, then he or she will realize, I did a mistake. So from God's Swarup, that this uncle advised me. I only made a mistake not to take his advice. So that are all feelings, okay? So which means he repeatedly asserts the aspirant by means of the destruction of the desire. So first of all, we have to away from desire. We can, in human life, we have only little desire, not over. Tomorrow I will become a rich man. Day after tomorrow I will become a I will live in bungalow place. And day after tomorrow, if you have so much of the same means, one question, what is the use of the same? If you have the same means, what can I do? Okay, for example, if a person wants to become a doctor, what that person will do? Okay, you want to score high marks in 12th exam, and nowadays under NEET exam is preparation is going. In that they have to get a certain high percentage, so that person has to hard work, okay? Then only he will pass in NEET exam and he will pass in 12th exam to get the high marks and then pursue his desire to become as doctor. Otherwise, without hard work, simply desire. And in Tamil we say, Tamil I say, நான் டாக்டர் ஆக போகிறேன் நான் டாக்டர் ஆக போகிறேன் டாக்டர் ஆக போகிறேன் நாளைக்கு டாக்டர் ஆக போகிறேன். Instead of saying this and that, then what is the result of that? Okay. For example, if you see any if you see any product, that time you are decided to buy, okay. But somebody says, somebody says, no, it's too costly, don't buy. It's not a good product. But you himself, you will decide this, you will decide want to buy this product, but you will buy this product. But after the product is works in 2 or 3 days, and next day it won't work. That time you will realize. So that time you will not realize your desires, okay? So desire means it's your one kind of feelings and want, okay? That is not your goal of practical happening. It's just a Maya, it means consciousness, okay? This means you are under consciousness. This just a consciousness. But fulfilling of desire means working God is the outcome of your desire, okay? Without working God, they're simply consciously dreaming. It means what? Nothing else in life. So you should be distraction of desire. Sorry, the ability assets are spent by means of the distraction of desire, and the consequence of attachment to object of sense. Okay, there should be some consequent level of attachment to the objects. Okay, not deeply going into the object, or not deeply going to the attachment. Oh, this cloth is very good. Tomorrow I will buy. Tomorrow I will buy. What can you buy? After the cloth becomes dirty, then, oh, why my cloth is dirty? Oh, my cloth is dirty. What are you doing? You will shout in anger. These are not feelings when it comes, okay? If you like anything, if you like too deep means, okay? And should lose his individual body idea and then observe all prevailing spirit of God. Finally you realize, oh, it's all God's doing. So then you realize that God's spirit of God only makes me to realize this. Okay. The question is arisen. Whether a man living and working in the world performing all action can raise himself to the summit of self-realization? Wonderful question, okay? Once again, the question is arisen as whether a man living and working in the world performing all action can realize himself to the summit of self-realization. So which means I am living, you are living, okay. But how can you perform? How is your actions are working? Now I am speaking, now I am showing action. How can I do? Okay. Somebody says, hey, it's my brain, it's my human organs working. It's my human body is working. Then how human body is working? Who is the real owner of the human part? That you can realize the answer. Okay. If human parts are working, who is the real owner behind this thing? Okay. If I did this, is it? Okay. So I will say, oh, I like to do this, and then I did like this. Then who is the owner of doing? Who is the owner behind this? Who is the making of functioning our human organs? Who is? Let's think. Okay, think. The question is arisen to whether a man living and working in the world, performing all actions, can raise himself to summit of self-realization. So in life, self-realization is very, very must. Without self-realization, no. Even it is like a kids and all during this now. Miss, this man only bite me, miss. This man only beaten me, miss. Then another person said, no, I did not beat man. And then he wanted to tell me beat. So the self-realization is the main aspect of the spiritual aspect. Okay, self-realization. If you if you touch the hot water, what you realize? Oh, it's so hard. Then if you if you walk without slipper during summer season, what do you feel? Oh, it's too hard. I am not able to stand in the road. That's another feeling. But self-realization is equal to the self-standard. Okay. So all self-realization as a bit. Okay. The answer Lord Sri Krishna gives here definite affirmative. He walls out here. He walls out their path with a double aspect. One of identification, two meditation with inner deathless Atman. Atman means supreme power, okay? Earlier we discussed now, earlier satsang. Atman means supreme power. None of the other running simultaneously. The surrender of all action to the divine Shakti, active in Prakriti. The surrender of all action to the divine Shakti, active in Prakriti. Prakriti means in Hindi, Sanskrit word, okay? प्रकृति के लिए रक्षा बनने के लिए सब यार शरीर ईश्वर in Hindi. प्रकृति करना प्रकृति करना that's in वाक्यों में प्रयोग हिंदी वाक्यों में प्रयोग प्रकृति करना उपयोग करना some meaning will come. Okay, prakriti means light, bright and shine. Okay, here we have an indication of the full and complete Swarup of God, that He is at once these two exist, Purusha or Atman on Prakriti. Purusha means Purush, Purusha means not husband. Purusha means it's kind of meaning. Purusha means months. Okay, months we say Purusha. Atman is supreme power. And also the transcendent Lord, the absolute master and ruler over them. So, it's the answer of the previous question which I asked now. Who is the one and became the functioning human organ? This is the answer. Master and the ruler all over is God. Lord and God. Lord. The Supreme Lord is the helper and the savior of those who take complete refuge in Him. Now comes the sixth chapter. It's a necessary squad to the previous one, in which Sri Krishna proceeds to dilate further upon the subject and cut out a path for the aspirant to follow, which he could vanquish the internal enemies who have kept him out of his inherent realm of immortal peace and bliss. Now comes the sixth chapter as a necessary sequel to the previous one, in which Sri Krishna proceeds to dilate further upon the subject and cuts out the path for the aspirant to follow, by which he could vanquish the internal enemies who have kept him out of his inherent realm of immortal peace and bliss. Okay, so in this paragraph I'm going to give, Lord Sri Krishna and Arjuna, okay, Arjuna. So Arjuna, Lord Arjuna is always the aim of war, killing enemies, killing war enemies, because you want to capture the battle now. You want to capture the battle. You want to capture the kingdom in those days and that. Okay, so that time Lord Krishna makes his internal enemies, okay, within the internal enemy, inside the enemies, they kept them inherent realm of immortal peace and bliss. So the Lord Sri Krishna makes inherent enemies with the immortal peace and bliss, which means without peace, immortal. So without peace and bliss, the enemies are there. The opposite enemies are without peace and bliss. So Lord Sri Krishna made a consequent part of the disciple to follow this. Okay. In every process of self-discipline, there are stages. At one sadhaka cannot soar up to the culminating action taken from the view of the egotic sense has the tendency to feel the fire of insatiable desire within. So first the desire we discuss. Now we are egoistic with desire. What will happen? Let's see. In every process, self-discipline, there are stages. So self-discipline. What is self-discipline? Not like silence. Silence is always self-discipline. Then habit and good habits, always self-discipline. Then talking politely, that is always self-discipline. But in spiritual, what is self-discipline? Okay. Doing service, okay, talking politely, don't be anger to anybody else, okay, don't show any anger or harsh to anybody else. See, talking politely. Then think all men are brothers and sisters. That is self-discipline. So these are all like that. But in spiritual aspect, self-discipline means self-discipline refers to the way of doing service and doing spiritual duties. Okay, that is God's self-discipline. Okay, daily in spiritual, if you comes to spiritual means you have to do daily service. Okay, service and daily spiritual routines. Okay, on the schedule time you have put a timetable. So this time I want to do this time I want to do this. So once you all do this, you show that you are a self-discipline of sadhaka in spiritual concept. Okay. The sadhaka cannot up to culminating action taken from the view of egoistic. Okay. Egoistic sense and the tendency to feel the fire of insatiable desire within. So my question is, if ego comes, will desire appear? If ego is there means, will desire more? Will desire feelings are more? So what is the difference between egoistic and desire? Okay, egoistic comes from by way of thinking, okay, thinking on the other, okay, which for example, if in those days, previous days and that, if anybody, for example, okay, just two concepts by saying, okay, don't make any mistake of me, okay, two concepts, okay, two practical sayings, I will say, okay, if suppose unmarried person, a single, not unmarried, okay. So if a single person attends one marriage function, what he will feel? What a single person feeling will be, oh, yeah, I also like this, I also one day will be married like this. So if that single person does not marry at all, keeps on going till you over it, then if you go to another function, another marriage function, the same feeling only come, okay? The same, oh, this friend got married, I also get married, and he himself will talk, okay, inside, okay, like putting challenge. One day I will also get married like you. So these are not conscience. So that is the ego stream, okay. But desire means oh, so desire means oh, no, I am too old age, so now also I can't get any marriage again. So feels that is a decision, okay? Because it shows the outcome reaction, but desire is always an internal reaction, okay? Sorry for saying about marriage because nowadays all are getting married and living happy life. So sorry for saying that, okay? So next. So it is enjoying the aspirant that he should start doing action without expectation of the food, but with the sole object of purifying his mind and diminishing the tendency of desire working in it. Okay. So once if you are so it is enjoying an aspirant that you should start doing. Okay, first of all, if you start a business, what is your reaction? Oh no, I start. My aim is to bring my business in next year up to your mark. So that is a game. Okay. Suppose if you think, yeah, today I will start a business. Tomorrow I will be the next richest man in India. You wouldn't like this one. What is the use? Okay. So you have to diminish, okay? You have to do any action without any decision, okay? Without any explanation, okay? Without any explanation, with purifying mind, okay? With the good mind. And diminishing the intensity desire working, okay? Nishkama karma enables the aspirant to easily concentrate his buddhi on the meditation of the Atman, okay? Nishkama karma, okay? It's a Sanskrit word, okay? It's another type of karma, okay? Nishkama karma during meditation makes our mind and to the path of going towards the meditation of the Atman, supreme bliss, supreme power, okay? Until the mind is totally free from desire and the aspirant is unshakably fixed in yoga. Nishkama karma makes mind without desire, okay? It's a stillness and free mind, okay? So while doing meditation, we have stillness to see follow in the Atman, okay? Not any other, yes. Hey, this man is doing, this man buying anything, no, not that, okay? Nishkama karma makes concentrated buddhis, concentrated mind and without any desire and expectations, okay, of doing action, okay? And it is fixing yoga itself, okay? He has to continue his sadhanas for the self-purification and when perfection is reached, the bonds of sadhana fall off themselves, okay? Once you have got a perfection, the sadhana also fall off yourself, okay? But before the perfect attainment, there should be no renunciation of if spiritual practices, okay? So there should be any, or if you get perfect attainment, okay? For example, if you do, if you daily after wake up in the bed, after wake up in the sleep, now one day you will not, daily you have to treat your best, okay? Clean your mood, okay? So one day if you stop doing the cleaning your mouth means, then what will happen? Nobody will come nearby you. So the same way, so if you get perfect attainment, so that should not be stopped or stop in spiritual duty. Okay. Once if you are, for example, if you get perfect alignment means in office also you should do your work silently. You should not mingle with others, okay? You silently finish your work and went off your went back to your home, okay? So that is the perfect attainment, okay? So you should not stop your spiritual duties once the attainment is perfect in yourself, in comes to human beings, okay? So I will stop this paragraph. The remaining paragraph will continue in next satsang on any other day. So happy good night to all of us. Happy good night to all of us. Hari Om. So next day I am going to talk about today's match review. Okay, today's match. So today's match was going very little bit more, little bit not enjoyable. So thank you. We will discuss match review uh, on any other day. Okay. So thank you, friends. The remaining chapters will continue on next time on any other day. Thank you. Good night to all of us. Hurry home. Hurry home. Have a good day to all of us. Happy good night to all of us. Happy good night to all of us.